Oops, I cannot see. Never mind, I cannot see. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna change. I just want to talk about this. I just got this stick, and from this angle, the curvature of the blade is humongous, man. The curvature of the blade is just humongous. Especially take a look from this angle. See, it's so much. I'm doing two live at the same time, man. What the hell am I doing? But anyway, see, this a lot. Okay, but like I said, I just got this stick from someone else, second hand. But I don't really like the blade. In fact, this blade, I'm not even sure if it's illegal. Okay, because beyond 3 cm, it's considered illegal already. But anyway, this video, the live I'm going to do over here, I'm going to switch over from one blade to the other blade, and then after which this is also an old blade. I'm just going to put on additional over grip. Once I'm done with that, I'm done with the live already. But I think in between, if anyone from the live, if you have any questions for me, please go ahead and ask. If you cannot hear me, also let me know if I need to talk louder. Okay, but if not, like I said, I'm doing a switch over from one blade to the other blade. And yeah, I'm just going to show it. So the screw, as usual, I think the screw is the easy part, right? Because all you need is just a screwdriver, screw it out, and then the hard part will be next, because if inside has glue, then it'll be very hard to take it out. So anyway, you're joining me the whole process. Again, no cut, no nothing. This is pure life. Doing this first before I go and do my other work and coaching. Again, if there's any alamak, okay. Is there okay, no. Anyway, screws out. But you see, the next thing is the blade doesn't come out as easy. So usually I'll go at the end of the stick and see if I can use my hands first. If I can use my hands, 1, 2, 3, then good. If I can't, then that's where the hair dryer comes in. The wire is not too long. Anyway, then the hair dryer comes in. So in terms of, I mean, it's just a simple science. You want to heat it up to expand the area so that then you can pop it up easier. Then after, when you cool down, of course, you'll go back into its original state. Can you hear me? So what you usually want to do is, when you use hair dryer, right? This is maybe about 8 cm or maybe a maximum 10 cm, depending on how hot your hair dryer can be. Then you want to just blow it around the blade. Give it about 45 seconds to 1 minute. Then after which, try again. Oh, cannot. Okay, if cannot, the other way usually I do is I'll stand up, then I'll counter twist. Oh, cannot. Why is it so hard? If it's so hard, it means inside whatever that's sticky glue inside, right, is making it stick. No lah, I don't use boiling water. Whatever I mentioned about boiling water. But I haven't really tried boiling water. So anyway, I managed to turn it out already. So to me, usually hair dryer is fine. So this is the whatever I mentioned before, the sticky thing that's already existed inside. So I'll pluck it out. But of course, I need to change it over to the other side, right? So I need to take this out as well. This guy that I bought from, strange. Don't know whether you can see. Strangely speaking, here there's no screw, and then there's a screw here. So I suspect this was originally a righty stick, because this is a lefty stick. Then after he changed it over, and he could only find one hole. So why you ask me about YFA? I mean, no comments about YFA. I do my own academy. So as a competitor in the local scene, what you want me to say? That if I say YFA is very good, that doesn't sound right. If I say YFA is not good, that doesn't sound right as well. But yeah, YFA is YFA. There's Star, there's Big Blue, and there's also FPA around, although we are very new in the block. Floorball for life. Floorball for life. Blade switching tutorial. AI. Anyway. So it's the same thing on the other side. I just took out the screw already. So same thing on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty stiff as well. Yeah, pretty stiff as well. But of course, the good thing is when there is glue inside, it's actually a good thing. Because previously, my other brands, the other brand that I used before, there's absolutely no glue, no nothing. So you can slot it in easily, you can take it out easily. But what happens is, because there's no glue, right? When you play, what happens is it's a bit shaky, or it can get shaky over time. And that's not good, because over time the screw is supposed to fit. Maybe this is the screw size. It's supposed to fit into that hole. After a while, because of all the shakiness, right, the screw might actually cause the hole to expand. And once it expands, the whole blade becomes so shaky that you don't even want to play with it really. But this blade, apparently one of my students looked interested when he saw this, so maybe I might exchange this with him if he really wants it. So again, this curvature is really too much for me. Of course, some people might really like it, especially the hook over here, right? And then of course you can do all the fanciful stuff. Of course, when I did try it myself, it is a lot more easier. I was actually a bit tempted to bend it back, but my students say no, don't bend it back. So then my counter offer to him was like, hey, you have AWOX blade, right? Then I also use AWOX blade. Maybe you can consider to change over. Yeah, but not so sure whether you want to. Anyway, so oh wow, okay, not so sure if I. Oh, this is not good. Okay, but anyway, what happens now is once I cut it out, I mean, you might not be able to see. So the hole you can see over here. Sorry, I'm doing two live at the same time, man. The hole you can see over here is actually pretty huge. If I were to put the screw in, okay, by right it should just nice fit lah. But you can see is somewhat like a bit big. So it's not a good thing, like I said. This one still looks kind of fine. Okay, so if the hole is that big, of course one way is if the stickiness is there, I think it's still okay, but might need to get bigger screw. So I'm tempted to get or find bigger screws that I have at my house in order to fit this in. But the next thing to do is to be able to align the hole on both sides. Can align it. Okay, so why? Okay, so thankfully this is actually originally a lefty blade. Why? Because once I align it, this is on one end. You can see it aligns once I put it in, and on the back side, you can see it aligns again. Show to the other camera. Aligns and it aligns. Kanatama. It aligns. Come on, the other camera cannot see properly. Whoa. Yeah, okay, it aligns. So theoretically speaking, once I put it in, it will align and it will be able to fit just nicely. But I'm a bit concerned of this big hole or this bigger hole that I'm facing with. So give me some moment. I want to go and get a bigger screw. The thing is, with me doing this, oh yes, please, if you want to join Floorball Basics, I hope you're under 12. Whoever, hi Indonesia floorball player, hi. I'm amazed that I can talk to someone from another country, but hi. Anyway, back to CH3NR4. How am I going to pronounce that username? But if you really want to join Floorball Basics, floorballbasics.com, you can see the poster up there. So yeah, head into the website, get your mommy daddy to sign up. I'll contact your mommy daddy from there. So anyway, screw. Wow, this is a bit too big though. Can see the difference in screw size. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to I'm just gonna try to see if these can match. Okay, it might just be fine. Although I might be forcing it and creating another bigger hole. Okay, so again, the hole is this, and then this screw, if I'll screw it in, actually sort of okay, just nice, but you'll just nice fit it in. So my thought now is whether do I want to do a bigger screw or do a smaller screw first, which is whatever I have, and then if it shakes, then maybe I use the bigger screw. Okay, but anyway, all these tools, right, has been with me for quite a while already, right? Because in the past I do sell sticks, but nowadays don't. But in any case, in my younger days, yes, you want to play, you play for school team, but I want to get better. Yes, you want to get better, then of course, got to train more. But ultimately, to want to get better, you have to practice more. Whether is it by yourself or whether you want to come to academy to learn. But the heart must be there. Okay, but in any case, I think I will just go with the smaller screw first, and then I'll see how it goes. Can I ask about basic training materials? Can you expand the question on that? What do you mean by basic training materials? I think it's the guy from Indonesia, right? Yes, Bayu. What do you mean by basic training materials? Okay, so anyway, now I'm just gonna fix the blade that I want to into the stick that I want to put in, and the stick that I want to use for my league. Yes, I'm gonna play back the league sometime when the conference start in Singapore. Wow, it's a bit loose though. So when I put it in, so far it's quite easy to put in. Like I said, easy to put in might not be a good thing, right? But like I said, so far it's quite easy to put in. But once in, the glue that is already present in the shaft, right, do enable it to be a bit sticky there. So I would want to put 2 screws on both sides. Remember I said the alignment is correct. I'll put 2 screws in on both sides. So far it's very smooth because it's just like for like. Same blade, I just change from one to the other, and the whole alignment is correct. So far it's very smooth going. Why I cannot screw this in? Okay. Oh, it's a bit singing. Hold on a sec. Anyway, basic training material. What about basic training material? Can you ask more about that basic training material question again? I'm not really too sure what does that question means. But if you really feel like you want to see more, I mean, over the years I've accumulated, I don't know how many videos already, all sorts of videos on all sorts of floorball stuff. Every time people ask me, especially the students in my school, like, "Teacher or teacher, why you do this outside?" I'm a relief teacher in school also, but I have students that are non-floorball related also see my videos. I'm like, why you see my videos for? You're not even floorballer. But in any case, my answer to them usually is why I do all this video was way back when COVID hit, and I had to churn out some materials, right? You talk about basic materials, basic floorball materials, because everything has to go online. So then I figured out doing videos was the way to go. I just recently, a few days, shared with a 16-year-old boy, again, a non-floorballer. I said that in the past, doing videos is not as easy as what you can do these days, right? You just one cut very fast, one video churn up. But in the past, it was some other app, and I remembered after recording everything, right? 3-minute video, it took me 3 hours to edit. I really want to cry. But back then, like I said, it was COVID, so there was really nothing much to do. Yeah, there was really nothing much to do. So then I decided I'm going to do that. So in any case, this is the blade that I would like to use. The curvature isn't a lot. It's just a really simple curve. I don't like too curved sticks. From this angle, I don't know how does the angle, how do you all see from your side? Anyway, this is the curve. Really, it's just a very simple one. OptiLight. I haven't used the lighter ones these days. Again, I'm a very simple guy. I don't really play these days. So to me, OptiLight is light enough, white color, hard enough. This is a soft blade. I don't need too much of the bend at the tip. Easier for me to control, to pass, to do my wrist shot. A bit of the drag, I can still slap with it, no problem. Of course, I think someone online did ask me before. No, sorry, Geronimo. No, this is a lefty blade. Because like I said, the camera angle, I do not know how you all see it from your side, but this is a lefty blade. See, someone just called me Haicher. Yes, Haicher. I mean, hi student. Okay, but in any case, once this is done, the next thing I want to do is to replenish the grip. Of course, some people, when they replenish grip, I mean, I've done this so many videos already about how I actually do my grip for myself and as well for students. So I'm just going to do it one more time. So usually what I do, I'll just get over grip. You can see this is Decathlon over grip. Alright, just a couple of dollars. Of course, it doesn't really last long, but of course, in today's humidity context, our blade really don't last long because you will wear and tear, and then after you will flake out. The grip that I bought from this boy, right? Yeah, it's already really bad. So I'm not going to take it out. This will be the base that I will utilize, and then this over grip will just grip on top of it, and then that's it. I will take it as a brand new grip. Kevin La, Mr. Kevin Lee. Mr. Kevin Lee. Are you ready, Kevin? Wong. Sorry, for a moment I thought it's another teacher from another school. Okay, but okay, anyway, floorball over grip. You cannot use one only. This one is usually for badminton, but so for floorball context, you need to use two. And what I realized, right, I'm going to take this out first. For over grip, right, when I did some mistakes, right, everyone does mistakes before, so I did some mistakes on the over grip before, where, oh my god, because right, the over grip, right, I mean, because it's cheaper, right, it's meant to grip over the existing grip, just to make a very thin layer. You see, over grip is very thin. So what happens is most normal grip, right, you will have a double-sided tape below. I mean, I don't know why you can see. This one has no double-sided tape. This is the place where you hold. So because there's no double-sided tape, initially what I did was I just wrap it around. After a while, because there's no double-sided tape to stick onto it, right, it will actually come out. Okay, my other stick actually came out as well. So then yeah, after that what I realized is I need to actually put a layer of double-sided tape onto the so-called the bad grip, right? Then after that I put this, and so I'm just going to do it this next, which is now putting a double-sided tape putting double-sided tape on top of this old grip, and then I'll just curl it around. Okay, so what this will help to do now is to help to reinforce the sticky. Wow, reinforce the sticky. Oh damn, the stickiness of the over grip when I put the over grip on top of it. Okay, then it will stick a lot more better. Again, this is in an event where you want to have a cheaper option. I'm not saying this is the best option. This is to me a cheaper, more convenient. I think it's convenient because since we want to change grip often really, and since it's a cheaper option, so cheaper, you can change often, you can change anytime, whenever you feel like your current grip is bad. The bad part of this is if you are very particular on the thickness of the grip that you want to hold, then this over grip actually adds on. This over grip actually adds on the thickness of your existing grip. Okay, so if you actually prefer very thin ones, then perhaps you need to remove the whole grip. Remove the whole grip and just straight away put the over grip as your base, or maybe put 2 over grip as your base, which I think I've done before. But for me, I'm not really too particular. So yeah, whatever. Like I say, just a few dollars. I put it for about a couple of months, and when it's dead, then I'll just change again. Okay. So like I said, I'll use the over grip. This is one of it. Just gotta peel out the plastic layer and peel out whatever. So whatever is for usually over grip, they have double-sided tape, 有是有. But the double-sided tape is only at the one end. Only at the one end. That's all. That's the double-sided tape. Then the rest no double-sided tape. So it becomes loose. So anyway, wow, re-gripping tutorial again. Grip, right? There's usually the flat side. Right, I'm trying to make it horizontal. The flat side, and there's the slanted side, higher, and the slanted side. So the slanted side will be on top of the shaft. I repeat, the slanted side will be on top of the shaft. Probably it should be still on the way of work, right? Okay, so once the slanted side, I place it on top of the grip, I will align and flush it around the top. Then from there, this is so hard to show, as always. Yeah, I'll flush it on top. Then after which, 怎么看so that everyone can see Then after which, I'll just slant it down. Let me just go around one round first. Yeah, I'll slant it down. Okay, then you'll see somewhat like this already. So it's the slanted one. You go around the top, then you slant down. Repeat, you go around the top, then you slant down. Okay, you slant down. And once it slants down, what happens is, you can see there's a sort of a groove over here. You can see the groove, you follow the groove along with the groove that's below. The groove that's below, if you can see over here, there's a groove below. Then you just align the groove and then press. So usually what I learned in the past was push, so I pull and then press it down. Okay, then it flattens out already. So this is just, how many rounds? 4 rounds maybe. So then again, the double-sided tape that's on top of it, it helps to reinforce the stickiness of the grip onto the grip, right? The new grip onto the old grip. And then you just go around and around. Cannot see, right? Cannot see. Cannot see. I teach your son soccer. Good Then you give me kueh lapis. That's the 酬劳 for today.
Someone say hi, Kochi. Who is S? I don't know who is S. So it's the S. How much is the grip tape? Someone asked how much the grip tape. You go to Decathlon. Decathlon. You go to Decathlon because at Decathlon, nani ah? And Decathlon those kind of 3 packs of 3. This one I think was like packs of 3, $5. So you 5 divided by 3, you use 2, right? 5 divided by 3 times 2 Mates. That's what? Less than $4. Yeah, less than $4. Like I said, then the $4 will last maybe I don't know 3 months, 4 months, depending on how well used. But you have to grip properly, because if you don't grip properly, then sometimes you might find it kind of a bit waste of money. So, but in any case, you see, so far I grip, I think about halfway mark already. Okay, if I'll continue grip, I tell you I cannot grip finish one. So I also don't want to just use up and finish. So what I'll do is I'll usually stop somewhere in the middle. I'll cut it out. 我的剪刀在哪里 Okay, then I'll cut it out and I'll cut straight. Cut straight means you need to cut slanted. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll usually align, you can see align, and then I'll cut straight this way, which is actually cutting another slanted slope. In the grip point of view, it's a slanted slope, but in my point of view, I'm just cutting it straight. So once I cut it straight, like I said, it looks like another slanted slope, but once I cut it straight, it will create this straight line. So you can see in this point of view, it's like straight-ish, not like very straight up, but straight-ish. Okay, so this is the halfway mark, right? So these days, what I even actually do is over here, I'll probably put a tape. Okay, then I continue to tape the rest. So if here is picture already, here gone already, I just need to take this out. Here I still can remain. I think if young kids you all really want to do nowadays sometimes overgrip also have all different colors. You can put like, I don't know, one color here, then one color here, then after this is your shaft, and this your, if anyone will do this. Better to change grip. The blackness on the grip means wow, suddenly so many questions. Buy club hook set. Yeah, club hook set best I think nowadays some guys are selling club hook set grips in a very cheap price. You can get club hook set, then use club hook set. No problem. They are very lazy. I just get it, like I said, from Decathlon and do this way. Is there any way to remove the blackness on my grip? No lah, once dirty means dirty. Don't tell me go and take soap or scrub and you go and scrub it off. Dirty means dirty already. The blackness on the grip means okay, Robbie answer already. Better to change grip. So you can't remove it. Yes, can't remove it. Might be dirt. Yeah, it means that you hold your stick become black, right? Okay. In regards to the blackness of the grip, so let's say example, I play. Then after a while, right? Of course you black because you sweat and everything. It also gives you, I think I did a video before, give you an indication, right, on where you hold your shaft to play. Because if I hold this most of the time, naturally here will be black, here will be black. But if somehow here is black, here is not black, I repeat that, here is black, here is not black, then something wrong already. Why would you want to play such that this is protruding out? Okay, so I think having a white grip does helps in that sense to over time give you an indication where you hold your stick, and perhaps because this is a secondary hand, right? Secondary hand, whether do you need to hold a bit lower to take your shots, or maybe you want to hold a bit higher, but please not too high lah. Okay, then it looks like getting a golf club. Sorry. So anyway, back to this point where I grip it halfway mark. So once I grip halfway mark, I will take usually every grip will have this, right? This tape thingy. So I'll use this tape and tape it first. So I just tape it first. I'm not on the aesthetics part, so for me, I really just tape. Yeah, I just tape. Okay. So I'll just tape. Wow, cow, really pai kwa. Okay, but anyway. Wow, really pai kwa. Okay, I'll tape it around. Okay, Okay, I'll tip it around. Then now this is form a line, right? I mean, this is now a tip, right? So now I'm going to take the other one. I'll take it out. Then I'll take from here. Okay, I'll take from here downwards all the way to the end. So again, if let's say by the time this you want to change first, I can just take this out. This can remain intact. Okay, so now let's complete the rest. Is your team playing any competition? Yeah, you're asking who? The coach. Well, this Mr. Robbie here is also the coach too. You are talking to another coach who is now keeping my life also while he's on his way to work. Is your team playing enough? My team might try to what? Try to register for Pesta Sukan U19. My pending. There's always pending all the administrative stuff. But what competition else you're asking? Is my team alumni? Are you joining any competition? Floorball for Life? Actually, Floorball for Life 很熟leh. Who is this Floorball for Life? Seems like I know you in person. Do I know you in person, Floorball for Life? Please acknowledge or tell me your name if I actually know you in person. Like in person. Yes, Althea. I think that's Althea, right, Althea? No, you do not know. Okay. Don't know, never mind. Don't know, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just now the Indonesian guy asked me the question until I hear no sound of him already. You play different club. Yeah, of course I mean everyone plays a different team, different club. Are you a Singaporean? Floorball for Life? Or how old are you, Floorball for Life? Don't know whether I'm talking to a kid or talking to a teenager or maybe talking to an old man like me. Okay, so anyway, I talk until I never talk about this. But anyway, yeah, I continue the same method. Basically, everything's the same method. Then once I reach to the end, which is here, I'm just going to do the same cut. Everything the same. Again, in the grip point of view, it will be a slanted cut. But in my point of view, it's a straight cut down. Okay, it's a straight cut down. It's a straight cut down. So you see, it's a bit slanted. Okay, it's slanted as per what I received it at the start. So now I'm just gonna go around at the end, and what you'll see is the final alignment where it's all straight. Okay, slanted so that when you go around, it's all straight. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I realized when I wanted to teach my group of secondary school girls to do this, and I really did an exercise, so to speak, to teach them how to do this. But guess what? If you know, you know. If you don't know, I teach you 2 times, 3 times. You'll still come and ask me on how to grip, or can you grip for me or not? So as the saying goes, instead of giving the person fish to eat, I tried to teach the person to fish. But if the person can't learn it or refuse to learn it, or say just simply can't get it right, then no choice. Okay, so this the I get so close to the. So this is the end product. There was a comment somewhere where talking about what kind of stick I like to use. But anyway, this damn messy now. This stick that I'm using right now is a Hyperlight, some old model, really old model. But this old model specifically, why I go and get this from this second-hand boy, right? Because number one, I was looking for Hyperlight. It was a long time ago since I used Hyperlight. Number two is Flex 29.
Yay, I'm a Flex 29 guy. I'm a very small guy. And number 3, this is the original length. It wasn't cut before from 101 to, I mean, this length is 96 cm shaft. So it wasn't cut before, and so therefore the flex is still 96. Sorry, the flex is still 29. So I didn't want a stiff shaft, and it is light enough so that my wrist can still tahan. Some more what? Yeah, that's about it, man. In any case, white, blacky, and white. 好看吗？你觉得好看就好看，你觉得不好看，你还是要讲好看。Okay, let me ask the part lah. Let me ask the part. Oh, Floorball for life, 13 years old. Okay, nice. Sec 1 this year. See, the other coach is talking for me. And if the grip tight enough, another problem. The ending part is hard. At the end of the day, it's just being careful hands. Okay, can you explain how people use tape to substitute out the... Oh, Rakesh, use tape to substitute out the screws. So I think the idea behind it is number 1. There's now... Yeah, I show this one where it's already. So some, again, different brands, different issues or different way of doing it. Some brands, like, they'll put a layer of glue. You can see this blacky whatever is around, right? They'll put a layer of glue inside, then they put the blade in, right? So this glue will help to, like I say, reinforce the blade inside. But some would actually rather use some sort of tape. Can be the sports tape, can be, I don't know what tape, because I don't really use it. But I did see seen it before. They put the tape first, then they put the blade in. So tape around this, then put the blade in. So the tape actually helps to have an additional layer to just kind of reinforce it in, if you get what I'm trying to say. Then once they put it there, I also seen players do another tape, right? If I get a question right, then they do another tape around this part to then further reinforce it. I do not really know why they do that, but there's another way to just reinforce it. I mean, so long it works, so long it works. Hyper light blade. Your hyper light blade, man, I don't think it's called hyper light blade. This is opti light blade. Opti light blade. OPTILIGHT. Okay, so to use tape to substitute out the screw, my only guess is because screw, you need the screwdriver. So if you put tape, right, and you just have the tape, you can just take, put, and tape, done. Or not, remove, then put it, the new one, and tape, done. Without the need of, the additional screwdriver to be bringing it around. Okay, so Robbie, why you want me to ask? Why you want me to explain NBC for? What people thought is that words. But anyway, actually 我忘记了嘞 NBC 是什么啊 What does it mean? I only know N is normal blade. N is medium. Yes, medium. So right, for local context, the N for Norway, the sound will sound like that. A bit more tak. I always use the explanation tak sound. But the M for Malaysia, right, is a bit more softer in the sound. But when used in the European side, right, the Malaysia blade, M, right, is supposed to be their harder blade version. Okay, then the N is their so-called softer blade version. But yeah lah, to me, I'm not really too bothered. I prefer the N, Norway version, because I prefer to hear the sound. The M, the Malaysia version, sometimes I feel like it sticks to it a bit too much. Yeah, my your eye. What is this Jairus talking about? My your eye. Okay, 我不知道 my your eye 是什么意思。Okay, but the top corner of the poster, if anyone wants to join FBA Floorballbasics Academy, welcome you to have a trial, whether is it under 12, under 8, parents, you can send your kid over floorballbasics.com.
sign up. I'm done already. Wow, I did this for 40 minutes here. Okay, cancelling out, stopping the Floorball live, about the YouTube live. See you in the next video. Okay, any more questions?